shit they don't tell you. Especially if you're a mom or a dad and you're listening to the show with your family.
Yes.
It's a family show.
It's a family show. I'm Nikki Limo. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Stephen Paul Green. And today, indeed, we are talking about relationship things.
Wow.
AKA the thing the internet loves us for the most.
What a plot twist.
Exactly.
Okay.
How do you rate our relationship, Nikki Limo?
It's like a 6.
I say 6. That's a really, that's a low score.
Actually, I do have a relationship topic that we can do later. Not this episode.
I'm going to say 6.9. You like that shit?
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Why did you think it was funny?
Because of 69.
It's a family show.
Okay.
Take it easy over there.
They should be learning their numbers then.
All right.
All right.
I like that. Yeah, today we are indeed doing relationship topics. Listen, if you have a question, by the way, for the show, nothing helps the show more than joining us on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. But then the second best thing that helps us is if you write a question to podcast@nikki.limo.
Yeah, we'll answer your questions on whatever topic you want.
nikki.limo.
Yeah, podcast@nikki.limo.
Yes.
Steve, how do you feel about, now that we've been married for 11 years,
I hate it.
opening our relationship? Having like an open relationship.
To what? Open to for what?
For 69 new partners.
I'm down.
Just so we could, it's a fun story.
Yeah, I'm down.
Since we're not having kids.
I love it.
Great. I thought that was going to go I thought there was going to be way more arguing.
No, I'm hella down.
All right. Also, if you're interested, email us podcast@nikki.limo.
She's not serious.
We're now in an open relationship.
She is not serious. This would end in a murder-suicide situation where I kill everyone involved and then kill myself.
I have life insurance on him.
That's actually not my joke. That's my buddy Nick from JK's joke, and I love that joke.
Wow, you stole a joke.
I love that joke.
Gross.
He's like murder-suicide every time. Love that joke. Okay, so first question.
Yes.
From Reddit Relationship Advice, right?
Yes.
Something happened between this person's 24 female.
Okay.
Husband, 28 male, and friend, 25 female. Should I get her side?
Wait, something happened?
Something happened.
Romantically?
Well, let's listen to it.
Okay.
I and my husband Adam have been happily married for 4 years. Things have been good with us. We rarely fight, have big future plans. My friend Alice recently broke up with her girlfriend and was kicked out. Alice has a son from a previous relationship and is staying with her mom, but they have a poor relationship, so she's not allowed to stay there. I offered for Alice to stay with us because we have been friends for over 10 years, and I can't just leave her on the street. This was 2 weeks ago. Alice has a telework job. I work until 7 p.m., and my husband works till 4 p.m., so he's home with her for a few hours every day before I get there.
Uh-oh.
I trust my husband, so this doesn't even really cross my mind.
Okay.
Yesterday, I came home. Alice wasn't even there. It was weird because she doesn't have many friends or a car, so she's usually in the house. Adam was at the kitchen table, so I went and gave him a kiss like I normally do, but he seemed off, so I asked him what's up. He said Alice came on to him.
Oh, no.
I was stunned. I've always trusted her and thought she was a lesbian now, so this is out of left field. Of course, I called her immediately thinking I'd need to tell her to stay out of my house, but she's swearing that Adam came on to her.
What?
That she said no, and then he insisted, and then she left to her mom's house. I don't know who to believe. I plan to meet her after work today to hear her side, but Adam is stonewalling me and insisting he did nothing wrong. He says I'm breaking his trust by listening to her, and I should just block and move on and put her stuff outside.
Huh.
Adam and I have always had great trust and a good relationship. I've never had reason to think he was a liar in all the years I've known him. Alice hasn't lied to me either. I don't think she has motivation to ruin my marriage. I don't know who to believe. Should I hear Alice out or just trust Adam?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Is this a doozy, dude?
That is a doozy. It's weird, too, because I was friends with a couple who had a very similar thing happen to them.
Really?
Yeah.
This isn't exactly a snoozy doozy, is it?
They broke up.
Oh, sure. This is a pretty interesting dude.
It is pretty interesting. I'm trying to realistically, because like my first thought is like, why be so defensive? Like, why not let her just listen to the friend's side?
Right.
But then I'm like, okay, if I was falsely accused, or if I was like feeling like someone was gaslighting me, or there was like a manipulative person,
and they came on to you too.
If they came on to me, and now I'm like, and now you want to hear their side of the story. I don't know. I guess. Honestly, like, I still think I'd just be like, yeah, hear their side of the story then, because if I know that we're tight,
yeah,
and that like
the truth will set me free.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, what are they gonna say? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's still weird. It's still weird.
I feel like it's tough because as a dude, people will always assume that you did the coming on first.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm that way. Like, I assume that the dude maybe came on to her.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
But she's a leslie though.
Right. But like, so this was the same situation that happened with like.
Could you talk around this situation or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
But like, it was just an interesting situation because it's the only one other time I've heard like this kind of thing where a lesbian hit on someone's boyfriend, and then he's like she's like, no, he came on to me, and then he's like, no, I did not.
Yeah.
And I genuinely don't understand that story at all.
Same.
And same with this story. I like just don't fucking understand it at all.
Yeah. I'm going to say that she's not really a lesbian if she did come on to him.
Or like maybe she could be bisexual.
Maybe that's a hot take though.
She could be bisexual.
Well, apparently she's a lesbian.
Well, I don't know. Like,
let's focus on that though and not the story.
What?
On her sexuality.
Right. Well, I was just trying to think of why like that would ever happen either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do in this situation? Do you just believe me inherently because I'm your husband and we've like had a tight trusting relationship?
I mean, honestly, because like if you've never done anything to break my trust and we've already developed that, like I don't have any evidence against you. So
sounds like I get a oneer in the future.
Huh. What?
Well,
what does
like,
that mean?
It sounds like I built enough trust with you that I can...
You get a oneer?
I get a oneer.
Yeah, but if you do it twice, 2 times, shame on you.
Oh, yeah.
You're
fucked.
But
I'm saying you wouldn't even know because you trust me so very much.
You know, I found underwear in the dryer. That's kind of a oneer.
But
so maybe you don't get another
one. You
one.
never were able to connect that.
Maybe you don't get another one.
I honestly think that was one of your friend's underwears. Just saying.
Yeah, you've said that.
And I think I was probably banging your friend too.
Yeah, I was going to say, how'd they end up in there?
Yeah, this is a toughie, man.
Wait, would you just straight up believe me?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I have no reason.
So I get a oneer.
Well, no, you don't.
Oh.
Because if I cheat, no part of my body is being penetrated. But if you cheat, your body's being penetrated. And I don't
How do you know that no part of your body gets penetrated?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know who you're cheating on me with.
It's more of an invasion, I think, than
I see.
If pee-pee goes in.
So if I peg someone, it's not cheating? Not cheating.
No, it's not cheating. You can peg away.
I can peg away.
Yeah,
okay.
peg away.
Great. Good to know.
I'm sure you'll love that.
This is how you establish ground rules in a relationship.
Yeah. Nikki's a very dominant person. She would really love being able to do that. So
I would do it just so I could say, like, I got to do it and you said it was okay.
You would not do that.
I'm just kidding. I have no desire to do that. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
It is funny.
To see, like, oh, where's the bend in our rules?
It is funny to yuck people's yums out there. By the way, if you like getting pegged out there, no hate.
I'm not yucking.
Nikki's just laughing at your ass.
I'm not yucking. I'm laughing at how much I can push your boundaries before you break and go into like murder-suicide mode. Because I'm sadistic.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say you got to just trust your rider, right? You got to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys took vows. You have no reason to distrust him until he gives you a reason. So.
Do you block this bitch?
Personally, I want to hear her side still.
Yeah, I don't want to hear everything. Because if something happened.
Like, I'm taking my husband's side, but she should know that, too. If we've been friends for over a decade, why wouldn't...
she would know that.
Like, I want to hear her out and then be like, even if it's weird, her story seems pretty honest, I'd be like, hey, I don't know what happened, but I have to take my husband's side because I married this man and we made vows and I don't have any reason to distrust his version of the story. So I'm not invalidating your side, but I have to take my husband's side.
Love it.
That's, I think, how it would go down.
Okay, well, here's something.
And if she warns me about him, like if she warned me about you,
yeah,
I now have that. I can look for those signs. I'd have clues, but like,
what if I'm just an innocent man and you're looking for all these clues?
Well, I'm not gonna be actively looking, but like if it happens, I'd be like, shit, I'm starting to think she was right.
Got it.
You know?
Okay, I like it. All right,
then the case falls apart.
Yeah, case falls apart.
I'm looking for whose case falls apart first.
I like it.
Yeah, holes in the story. I got a long memory.
Hey, me too, pal.
Okay.
All right, you'll like this one because apparently you're freaking into open relationships.
How do you know what I like?
Now. I think you're into open relationships now, obviously. So
you started it off with me rating our relationship, so I wanted to start off with a banger too.
You started with a banger. Wife, 30 female, wants an open marriage to save our relationship and reignite it.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof. This goes wrong so much of the time.
But I'm 31 male, not comfortable with the thought of it.
That's because she's gonna get way more guys than you.
That's a fact.
It's true. Whenever
that's a fact.
Whenever it's the guy suggesting it, he's always so disappointed because the girl just ends up banging a bunch of dudes and he like doesn't get any chicks.
It's because he extrapolates a lot of information from like one or two flirty events he's had.
Yeah.
And he thinks he could just nail all these chicks immediately if he was
100%.
only singled up. But then as soon as he gets the chance, he realizes he's just swinging and missing and swinging and missing.
Yeah. Then maybe girls are just nice.
Dude, exactly. You always think you're going to hit a homer until you actually take some swings. It's so fucking funny.
Meanwhile, she's just like, I'm not even trying, and I'm hitting them. I'm blindfolded hitting them.
And she's getting like 10 times the amount of dudes like in her DMs.
And she's like trying to bat them away, and they're like, they just keep
100%.
coming. Yeah,
100%.
So funny.
I do think that if you pulled any bullshit with me, and you really fucked this up.
What bullshit?
No, just you pulling the bullshit, right?
What kind of bullshit?
And you fucked up what we got here.
Yeah.
What happened? Chicks would be swarming me. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because they all want a good dude. I think
that's true.
They want good.
That's the only reason I won't fuck this up.
You better not.
Can't have.
I know
all those girls with their grubby little hands all over you.
Yeah, I know. You're holding me back, Limo.
I am. Try it, bitches.
So dumb.
Anyway.
I feel bad for anyone who thinks that that we are being serious.
No, we're not. I mean, this is your first episode. I'm so sorry. Please. It's just that our relationship's so good, it's boring.
It's very boring, and we actually hate it. Okay.
Yeah.
I know from the title this sounds bizarre, but hear me out. I, 31 male, have been with my wife, 30 female, for 5 years. We've got 2 kids, 3 and 1.5 years old. Just say the months, dude. Everyone's say the months.
I mean, I've heard from parents that a lot changes by the month, so like 1.5 is...
Say the months. Say like 27 months.
Oh, yeah. Say, yeah. 20.
Thank you. For the first year...
That's 3 years old. That's like 2.5.
2.5. Thank you. For the first year of our relationship, we frequently had sex, and after that, my drive kind of dwindled, and it went from a daily thing to a weekly, more or less. I've never had a big drive.
Is this OP a girl or...
OP's a guy.
A guy, okay.
Yeah. I never had a big drive, and my partner has a very high drive. Plus, I'm very vanilla versus her being more exploring, which I absolutely don't mind. I just don't think about trying new stuff regularly. We have talked about this ever since our second year together until now, and for a period, I think a couple of months. Sex has increased, but then went back down again. I do desire my wife and love her with everything I feel inside of me, so it's not a case of, quote, she's ugly now. I just don't have a big drive naturally. The low sex drive has been a challenge even before kids, so that period, and still a bit, obviously doesn't help. But I'm not going to excuse the kids demanding a lot of us for my low drive. My wife and I are great at communicating together with directness and honesty. We have always been on the same page with directly talking about, quote, a relationship shouldn't be open. If you desire other people, you end the relationship and go seek it. So now here we are, where she feels her sexual needs aren't met through the relationship. I don't disagree. She also feels terrified of the thought of only having one partner the rest of her life, and now wants to feel free and desire in order to reignite our relationship.
I don't think it'll reignite the relationship, but...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she does, like, she definitely isn't having her needs met. Have they tried that? Maybe they should try that, like, that honey, that, like...
What's that?
There's, like, this Horny Honey, I forget what it's called, but, like, I've seen it a lot.
It's called Horny Honey?
No, it's not called Horny Honey. It's called something, but it's honey. It's honey that you could put in, like, tea or...
Okay.
Bread or whatever. It's like a honey. Yeah, it's a honey packet, but they put like fucking
horny juice
Viagra in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Also maybe Viagra. I don't know. Like maybe he can try some testosterone pills or something. Like
he doesn't sound like the type who cares. He sounds very passive.
Yeah. So like I don't know if his wife is a passionate person. I don't think it's a good fit.
No, I don't think it's a good fit either.
Yeah, it sucks. Because, like, they sound maybe like they're compatible lifestyle-wise, but, like, there's just no chemistry there.
Yeah, but they already have kids, so it's like...
Okay.
They're screwed.
It sucks, yeah. So I think maybe in this case... an open relationship, I don't think an open relationship would reignite anything.
No.
But I think that an open relationship would take care of needs that she doesn't have.
But
met.
if you're this cat, you should like be going out of your way because he says he loves his wife with everything he has.
Yeah.
So like then you should go out of your way to try and make sure that your needs are met.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Try
like,
other things.
Go talk to doctors or whatever the fuck, or take Horny Honey.
Yeah. Exactly. Like
if
you
sounds
haven't
like he's
tried,
like, there's just nothing I can damn well do.
Right.
It's the damnedest thing in the world.
That's why I just don't think he's that attracted to her either. He says it, but I think he's just saying it because he's comfortable with his wife and like he doesn't desire anyone else, maybe. But like it doesn't sound like there's a lot of passion there.
Right.
Kind of sucks. I mean, that's
that's I think what's missing.
But that's like the age old tale is that like after marriage, everyone stops wanting to have sex or whatever. But I think it's just like. They don't put the like what's it called? They don't put their best foot forward anymore.
Yeah,
they're not putting like
dating them.
Effort. They're not putting effort into
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's hard. I think if they want to stay together, then they probably have to either open up the relationship or try something spicier or I mean I would go with the honey or the Viagra first, but if it's up to them what they think would be the best option if it's not breaking up. Yeah,
I don't know. Again, I feel very fortunate because we were on the same page on this stuff. But yeah, man. I remember being in a relationship where it's like, damn, dude, this just is not working.
Yeah, same.
But you're just trying to force it all the time.
Right.
And that's what I think this is. And now you're just like, reaching for a last ditch thing.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to destroy everything, but maybe that's what needs to happen.
I've also heard this happening after kids too, to a lot of couples. So, who knows?
I've heard it. We've heard it more than most people. People wanting open relationships after having kids.
Right.
It's kind of actually wild.
Yeah.
How many times we've heard it.
Yeah. Like honestly, maybe I was just young and naive before, but like I used to think no way normal people would want to have an open relationship even after kids and stuff like that. But now that I've heard from so many people, I'm like, geez, I guess if that's what they need to do.
Right.
Like I'm not going to be judgmental about it, but like, yeah, it's kind of sad.
How do you hide that from your kids though?
Well, why?
Because I assume you want to hide it.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't make it blatant anyway. You don't make sex with your partner blatant.
I make it pretty blatant.
We don't have kids. We have cats, and they are in there with us.
That's very true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Bunch of cock blockers.
Seriously, though. Especially the gray one.
Yeah, the gray one. He's always trying to be in there.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you hide it from your kids the way you would hide normal sex from your kids.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I don't think I could do it, knowing that you were like, getting your needs met by someone else. I guess it's just
no.
It's so weird.
I'm so territorial. No way. No.
I can't picture it right now, but like maybe like if we had kids, I don't know. I haven't had that experience, so I can't really relate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But this is what terrifies me about having kids because it's great right now.
We shouldn't change anything.
I don't want to mess up anything.
Well, I mean, we heard those same stories about just getting married.
That's very true, actually.
Who knows? Everyone's different.
It's like, but it's like we've been making a cake every month and it's delicious.
Yeah, we're like, how many months can we make a delicious cake?
Right, but like, and then it's like, oh, let's add another ingredient. It's like, why? It's fucking delicious.
Right.
I don't want to.
Right. It's true.
All right. Plus, when the number one warning that I hear about that ingredient is it ruins everything.
It ruins the cake.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely don't want to try that ingredient.
Yeah.
Actually. Is that a freaking crime?
I don't think so.
Thank you.
But I'm not a cake inspector.
You got me there.
Not cake police.
You got me there.
Anyway, I'm not going to judge that option, but I'll...
No judgment. No judges, but you're going to destroy your relationship.
I don't think it'll reignite anything.
No.
Point blank. But
a relationship in this state is going to be ruined.
Yeah, I think that if anything, she'll just leave you for another person.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what needs... Maybe this is the in-between step that needs to happen for that.
Probably.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let me try this on for size, Limo.
Okay, I'm ready to get in the dressing room.
Oh.
To try it on for size.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My wife, 24 female, is wanting to try a cruise job. How do I tell her that I'm not comfortable with it? Married for 5 years, going strong. We never had any bumps or fights or arguments or even heated moments. We usually just talk stuff out and it always works out.
Boring.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, do you even talk to each other? Okay.
Do you even know each other?
I think we have like the perfect relationship. I don't know why this is eating me up so bad. I think it's because she seems really excited to do this, and this kind of situation has never occurred with us before. Okay, he says, please don't mention our ages. You won't be saying anything that anyone else hasn't already said for the millionth time, and I honestly am just exhausted hearing it because they're both like 25.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, my problem. When it comes to the real world, I have a hard time trusting anything. Life is not peachy and things can go wrong in seconds. I'm not saying to never go outside. I'm saying I personally bore witness to what nativity scene. What nativity,
yes, what the nativity scenes
can do to someone. My wife is amazing, smart, and beautiful, but she's far too trusting, and it's proven time and time again. And her poor choice in people. We got a dumb bitch in our hands, I think.
Right. Calling his wife.
I know. And I mean, dude, that's so like.
I know.
Come on, you don't.
My wife is a child.
My wife, you cannot trust her to do
things. She cannot make good judgments.
You cannot trust her. She cannot be alone.
She is a possession of mine that I must coach.
So far, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
In short, she has no ability to discern when things are too good to be true and is impulsive, jumping into things without taking. Oh, this guy's the asshole.
I hate him.
These aren't baseless claims either. I see how this stuff goes down on Reddit, but I assure you I've bailed her out of so many garbage situations that she could have avoided if she just held things to a bit more scrutiny.
Is this her dad? Did she marry her dad?
Legit, bro. Okay. She wants to go work on a cruise. Okay. I think they're offering her like $5,000 a month. But I hear that cruises lie to employees online. I've worked security. I've worked retail. I've worked my fair share of blue collar work. I have fallen victim to this too. Seems like a lot of companies just lie about everything to get people in. My question is, should I approach this? I've never been on a cruise and did a lot of poking around and got mostly negative information. From what I hear, cruises have no OSHA, just Coast Guard regulations. They lie about the pay and workload. There are a lot of unsavory people that take big cruises like this. Yes, I know bad people are everywhere, but I'm sure you're more likely to encounter bad people in a shady alleyway by a bar than a park. You feel me? This guy's fucking weird.
It's wild to hear how possessive people think and justify their like possessive behavior.
This guy sucks.com.
Yeah.
He says, I'm just uber worried she jumps into whatever sounds good. I know we're young and shouldn't pass up experiences to travel and have fun, but at the same time, what good are those experiences if you're not alive to remember them?
Oh my gosh. So dramatic.
You suck, bro.
Why doesn't he just go on the cruise with her?
Legit. Well, he probably would have to pay.
Or he has to leave his job or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. This guy seems possessive. Honestly, like they just feel like not compatible. If he thinks she's that dumb, and also she sounds like a free spirit or whatever, and he's like a very like, you know, safe and risk averse person.
Right.
So like, I don't think it's the right match. Maybe she gives really good blowjobs and he likes that.
Hell yeah.
But like,
I like that.
Doesn't sound like that's the type of person that he's compatible with. If your core values are completely different and, you know, you don't see the world the same way, it really doesn't matter about anything else.
As usual, too, everyone on Reddit is just like, don't let her go on the cruise.
Oh, my God.
They don't see that this guy's
Reddit
like...
commenters are so toxic.
They're nuts, dude. Yeah, they don't see that this guy is like overbearing as fuck. And he's totally belittling his wife at all times. Doesn't trust her to be a fucking adult.
Yeah.
She'll be stupid. You'll see. I bailed her out so many times. Like,
that
what
girl
time,
should
bro?
run. That girl should run from this.
This guy sucks.
This is like having a parent as
the
your
worst thing
spouse.
about him is he's self-righteous too.
Yeah, exactly.
He thinks that he's like saving her, protecting her at all times.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Like
all my yikes.
He wants to take a bird and put it in a cage.
Legit. Yeah, and she's more of a free spirit. Wants to check shit out.
So like they're just not the right fit, and that's okay.
And by the way, I hear you out there, those of you screaming at your, you know, whatever listening device you're hooked up to.
What are they saying?
They're screaming about how a lot of people hook up on cruises, especially all the employees.
So you're saying you don't trust your wife either?
Exactly.
Okay. Then fucking break up.
Exactly.
Like, clearly not meant to be together.
And how's about this? I didn't hear one time in there in his little diatribe about how he would miss her.
Yeah.
Not one time.
No.
Not one. He didn't say one word about it.
Someone's going to touch my bird.
Someone will, yeah. Someone's going to mess with my chick, man. Yeah. And she's too stupid to even know she's getting
dumb.
messed with.
Yeah, she's fucking dumb.
God.
And she won't know until she's in a dangerous situation. Like, look, if you don't think that your person is like smart enough to navigate life at all,
exactly.
like, I just don't get why you would be with them.
But he doesn't want to cut her loose. He's her dad.
Yeah, it's weird. That's weird, it's weird, man. Like, that's weird.
You're a weird dude.
Look, I here's the thing. I had an ex who told me that I had bad judgment because he wanted to go do a bunch of things at all hours of the night with like random people in Hollywood, and
but he was transparent about
it. He was not.
My bad.
And that was completely normal. And you know what? Maybe for his lifestyle, it was completely normal. And you know what? We're just not compatible because I thought I was crazy forever. And then I got with you and we see the world the same way.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, I don't think that's okay to just like go gallivanting and looking at half naked people at all hours of the night where, you know, with your partner at home. It's just like really fucking weird. So like,
is this the same dude who like a chick flashed him her tits and then he's like, that was funny.
Yeah. It was a joke.
It's a good
so
bit. I always liked that bit.
Point being, we were not compatible.
Yes.
Okay,
just a little bit.
So find someone that agrees with you on like how they see life and relationships.
Amen.
Relationships are really just a set of rules that two people agree on, right?
Yeah, there's no legal anything.
If you don't agree on it, if you can never see eye to eye, then it's just not the right relationship.
Correct.
And that is okay. Hey, you guys had a moment together.
Yeah.
You hooked up, you got diddled by each other.
Absolutely.
And
fondled
now
each other.
Just like go where you're happier.
Yeah.
Go where you don't have to have this mental unrest.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
All right, we're going to go on a break. Maybe you'll love that too.
Yep.
And when we come back, we'll answer more relationship questions. Until then, you can check out our Patreon. Don't interrupt my fucking... I was getting there. I was right there.
Now you're there.
No, you interrupted me.
Helped you. Now you're
there. You know
what?
Don't check out our Patreon. It's really cool.
Please do.
It's really cool. Patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI. We do free roll poker tournaments. We have Crypto Corner every week. We have a Discord that's awesome. You get the show a day early. But, you know, like, don't check it out now because Steve doesn't want me to finish my sentences.
If I didn't say what I said, you would never have gotten there. You're welcome. We'll be right back.
We're breaking up. Hey, we're on a break right now, and I guess we're supposed to promo our show.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our show.
We're going to talk about a show that you took a break from to like talk about how you should listen to our show.
Technically, we're not on break. We're still working.
It's called Shit They Don't Tell You, and it's all the shit that we wish people would have told us that we had to mess up on and figure out ourselves. Now we're telling you about it.
That's it.
And sometimes we answer questions that you send in, and sometimes we judge other people's situations.
So keep listening and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. Thank you.
And shout out to Brian Jorgensen.
And we are back.
Hey.
And I have another ultimatum for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Partner 30 male has given me 34 female an ultimatum.
Eek.
It's him or our baby.
What?
How do I deal with this?
What? Okay.
So I'm here for some advice. I'm almost 10 weeks pregnant and my partner of over a year and living together for the last 9 months. He isn't happy at all about this pregnancy. And he said it's either him or the baby. And if I follow through with the pregnancy, he will move out and have nothing to do with us. Imagine you just get to decide that.
Whoa.
I have made it clear that I'm keeping this baby. And he is still living at my place, unemployed but looking for a job. And has told me that as soon as he finds employment, he will move out.
Nothing makes me want to choose the baby more.
You're not already on this guy's side? I'm on this guy's side.
Right.
I feel so defeated. He's cold and hostile towards me. Jesus Christ. But he will still sometimes allow me to show some affection towards him, but I get nothing in return. I don't know how to be with him or what to do. I'm confused.
Why would you show any affection? I would be so completely turned off.
Yes.
Like, what?
How does he get you back?
Huh?
How does this guy get you back?
I think it's too late.
He's like, you know what? I fucked up. I'm going to get you back. Flowers?
Maybe. A lot of flowers.
Flowers in the Starbucks gift card?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd have to have a coming to God moment where he realizes that like this is the next step in the relationship and not like some annoying obstacle for them. Because like if she's not willing to bed, like you're just making it worse.
Why are you letting this guy live with you?
Yeah, I don't get
That's
it.
my
Well, I
thing.
guess she loves him or something.
Well, it must be something like that, but he does not. He's like, hey, I'm fucking I'm deucing out of this thing.
Yeah, it's so weird to me when guys get jealous of babies.
Yeah, what's with that?
That's weird.
Well, I don't think he's jealous of the baby. I think he just doesn't want to have
He just
a
doesn't
dad.
want to have a baby.
I think it's that.
Or pay child support or whatever.
They're only 10 months into the pregnancy. I think he's like
10 weeks. 10 months would be very, very late.
I said 10 weeks.
You said 10 months.
I said 10 weeks. Thank you.
Originally.
Thank you. But yeah, no, that's so he's basically like, hey,
yeah.
like we had a friend go through this.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, she regretted it.
She regretted it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because both of them don't see eye to eye on a very life-changing thing.
Yes.
It's not just like a new toy. It's like you're bringing a life into the world.
Yeah.
So it sucks to
but
start off.
But you could treat it like a new toy if you want to. You could
treat it like that.
Yeah. It's up to you.
Just be a piece of shit. Yeah.
You could.
Yeah. I don't know. What would you think?
If I was this person's dad, I'd be like, kick him the fuck out of the house immediately.
Yeah.
Post haste. That guy's a scumbag.
I don't know if your partner really is in love with you, they're gonna work together with you to support the best thing that you guys can agree on together.
That's correct.
It doesn't sound like he loves her.
He does not love her. He loves himself. He's into himself.
Exactly.
Yep.
But I don't know why you'd want to. It doesn't sound like the guy. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say she chooses him, quote unquote, and she has an abortion. Mm-hmm. This doesn't sound like the type of guy that stays with her.
Yeah.
This sounds like a guy that wants to jump from person to person and doesn't want an anchor holding him down.
This isn't somebody you want to raise a kid with either.
No.
Holy shit.
If I was her, I'd choose the baby, be so glad that he's willing to peace out in my life.
Yeah.
That doesn't want to stick around because like he sounds like a nightmare.
Also take his fucking dumb ass to court. Get
those checks.
Get that check.
Yeah. But I feel like, yeah, he just sounds of like a very selfish person that is wanting to sow his wild oats. Yeah. I don't think he's going to stay with her. If he's not even letting her be affectionate towards him during this time, like he doesn't like her. He just doesn't want a baby that's attached to him now forever.
Correct.
So, yeah, this guy's not going to stay with you.
Nope. Okay, next one. 28 female got ghosted by my boyfriend. 33 male. Should I reach out again?
No.
Right?
No.
Me, 28 female, got ghosted by the guy, 33 male, after 7 months of dating. I tried reaching out, but no answer. He started being distant about a week ago, and completely cut contact about 2 days ago. Everything seemed perfect, so his behavior is very odd, which makes it even harder for me to accept the situation. I feel embarrassed to even tell family and friends about it after praising him so much to them. I'm devastated and unsure what to do. Do I try to reach out again? How do I find peace in the situation? And should I remove him from social media?
That's really tough. I mean, what if he's dead?
7 months is crazy.
Yeah, like what if something happened?
Right.
I'd be scared of an emergency thing, like something happened.
That's like those stories of like people just go missing and then they find them, like they drove off a bridge into a lake in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like 30 years ago.
Like if there weren't any signs leading up to this, I don't have any reason to suspect that he just isn't getting back to her. Like
maybe she could see him on social media. He's doing a bunch of shit.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I would just leave a parting text message like, this was a real piece of shit way to like break up.
Yeah. Let him know.
And then just block him on everything.
That's how you get closure too, right?
Right, exactly. Like then you're putting the ball back in their court instead of just like waiting and expecting and like all this stuff. I just like, hey, I thought what we had was cool, but I don't really get what's going on. Peace out. Hope you made the decision that's right for you.
I kind of did this.
Blocking you on everything.
I kind of did this to somebody, but it wasn't 7 months. We were just like casually dating or whatever the fuck. And then I got with this chick and I was like, it just happened. Like one night I'm doing improv. I got with this chick, right? And I was just like all in with this chick. And then I just didn't know how to do the see you later thing. Yeah. So I just kind of left it alone. But then also something happened that pissed me off. Like one night she was at my house, right? It's like the middle of the night and her ex-boyfriend's calling her. And I'm like, are you telling me that like your ex-boyfriend feels like it's okay to call you at like 1 a.m. and And this is maybe me being like an insecure 25-year-old.
You are being an insecure 25-year-old.
So if Steve Green's not here, do you pick up the phone?
Well, if it's a new thing, like, yeah, I think that you should allow time for lifestyle changes.
But that's how I justified me doing a piece of shit thing, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think that smoothed it over in my brain of me just doing a piece of shit move.
Like, well, she's a piece of shit.
No, that was weird.
Yeah, that was
weird. That was like, I have to zoom in pretty hard on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, at least you can admit it now.
I do admit it now. That's definitely what happened. And dude, she was very nice. And she like wrote me like this whole thing about like, how she had a great time and stuff, and I didn't even respond to it.
Did she ever try to reach out again?
After that last message she sent me of like multiple paragraphs?
Yeah.
No.
Good for her.
But she should have.
Like, I think that having one ending text to this guy where it's like, closure. I don't know what's going on, but clearly something happened, so I'm bummed, but I wish you the best. Goodbye. Like, where it heals you in your heart.
Not bad.
But you don't have to interact with him anymore. And then it's not embarrassing to go to your friends and family because it's just like, yeah, it turns out he was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, joke's on me, I guess. But like, I thought he was cool. And then this weird ass thing happened.
Damn, I feel like such an asshole right now. Because I'm remembering that. And I'm like, yeah, that was such a
You were young.
I was young, obviously. But I just didn't know how to handle this situation.
Right.
But I'm usually very direct about things. So
can't say I've ever ghosted anyone. Always like let them know exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I have been ghosted in friendships before, but not relationships.
Well, good for you. Aren't you so desirable?
Well, have you been ghosted, or you just were the ghoster?
No, of course not. I've always only ghosted.
Yeah, well, good for you. You're so desirable.
Agreed.
Have you been ghosted in friendships?
No.
Okay. Wow.
No, I'm pretty cool.
Wow.
I'm pretty fucking
hot stuff.
cool.
Hot
actually.
stuff.
Thanks. Okay.
I don't like ghosting. I think it sucks.
Hot take. Hot take, Limo. Spicy take.
Thank you.
All right, you're gonna get a lot of hate for that comment. Okay. Next question. How do I tell my boyfriend, 29 male, he can't just touch me whenever he feels like it? Now I'm interested in your thoughts on this.
Just off the title?
Well, no, hold on.
Okay.
Jeez, cool your jets,
okay,
buddy.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm a little on edge now.
At first glance, this might seem like a good problem to have. My boyfriend of 6 months can't keep his friggin' hands off of me. He's constantly grabbing my body, trying to pull my shirt down, grabbing on my bobs, grabbing on my butt, etc. At the start of our relationship, I thought it was fun and would go along with it a lot. I love how sexual he is, and he's always ready to go. However, as the months have gone on, I've come to realize he has no boundaries or understanding of when it's appropriate as a time to make a move. Doesn't matter if I'm asleep, upset about something, crying, in pain after breaking a bone, working, etc.
In pain after breaking a bone?
He won't stop. He will also frequently make me feel guilty and tell me I need to, quote, please him.
Ew, fuck this guy.
If I get my period, he's always bugging me about the next time we're going to have sex. It's giving me the ick.
Yeah, it would give me the ick too.
I will ask him to please stop / not grab me, and he will say sorry and then do it again 5 minutes later. This guy's like 12 years old.
Yeah.
He is always touching me. I've been in relationships before where touching didn't happen to this extent. Don't get me wrong. I love sex and consider myself a sexual person. But it has gotten to the point where I'm constantly on guard and worried he's about to grab my boobs.
Yeah.
We do have sex on a very consistent basis. Is this normal? How to express touching boundaries with him without causing it to eliminate our sex life? I'm not sure what to even say. I do want a partner who initiates sex with me, but I don't want a partner who thinks they can grab me at any time they please.
Yeah. I think that's super fair. Like, boundaries are really important. I like being touched, but if I'm in a bad mood or I'm like depressed or crying or something, like, I don't want to be touched.
Yeah, I just say, hey, let me know if you're being a diva right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you're going to be a diva right now.
Let me know if you're a dumb emotional bitch right now.
That's what I say.
Yeah, and I go, yeah, I'm a dumb emotional bitch
and
right
I'm like,
now.
all right, no problem. Diva mode, I get it. Do your thing. And I leave you be.
I'm usually like pretty open to sexual attention.
I think so.
And touching. But like, if you disrespected my boundaries the few times where I'm like, no, then that would give me the ick.
I think I have a pretty good read.
Yeah.
Of when.
No, sometimes you overread.
I do overread sometimes.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's better than
explain that real quick.
Better than underreading.
Explain that real quick.
Well, like sometimes he makes her read like, oh, she doesn't want to be talked to right now, and that like wasn't the case at all. Like, and then later I'm like, why didn't you just say something?
That's true.
And he's like, well, I could tell that you didn't want me to talk to you. I'm like, how the fuck? No, you didn't. you read wrong. Bad read.
I will say that inclination keeps me out of trouble 90% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's better than being over, like not having any sort of insight into like when it's okay.
Yeah. Keeps me out of trouble.
But yeah, like you've never physically crossed a boundary.
No.
Even like during intimacy, I feel like sometimes there's like normal things that I normally like sometimes we'll be like, oh, that one hurt for a second. Yeah. You know, like let's not do that.
Yeah.
Way. You know, and you'll respect that.
Be a freaking diva again.
Even if you're dominant and like in bed, like our roles are very like dominant submissive, but like if something is off, like you'll respect that,
of course,
and then you can be still dominant in another way. I think there's ways,
so important,
there's
by the
definitely ways to like have boundaries and still have your needs met. A guy saying like you need to please me is like, that's weird. Like her establishing a boundary and that's his response is like, you need to please me. That part is an instant deal breaker for me. Like I think that I would break up on the spot.
This guy sounds kind of sick,
spot.
You have to admit. Monster can decal on the back of his truck.
Yeah.
Right? Quicksilver wearing guy.
I
grew up in San Diego, California.
Don't hate those things because I grew up in a beach town and like, you know, some girls are like, oh, he wore flip-flops on the first day. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like everyone wears flip-flops in the town I'm from. So like, it's not really a deal breaker for me. But yeah, the whole like, hey, we're being serious about establishing boundaries, and then he's like, you need to please me. No.
It's pretty banana balls.
Yeah. Especially if I'm already, like she says, she's already a sexual person.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah, she's already like giving you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't imagine that there's any female that fits that criteria.
I do always laugh because I feel like I'm in a sitcom when I have a buddy who's like complaining about how his wife's, it's like, oh, my wife's on her period or she's got headaches or some shit. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm always like, really? Like, this is like something that like middle-aged white guy wrote about like for Full House, like, you know, like, 30 years ago. Yeah.
Of course she's on her period.
I'm like, dude, like for real? Like to me, I don't know, it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
In our relationship, Steve has all the tummy aches and headaches and stops the sex.
Well, in our relationship, I'm the one who eats all the hot food, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
So
it's like he does it on purpose.
I eat the spicy food so she doesn't have to.
Sabotages himself on purpose.
Look, I can't help that I love what I love and who I love. I love spicy fucking hot food, and I love spicy hot women.
It's me or the hot food.
I would pick you, but I would be very sad while I'm eating food.
Good.
I would.
I like a sad boy.
I know.
It turns me on.
I know.
I did that.
Yep.
I caused those tears.
I will say this though.
Use your tears as lube, bitch.
Shut the. Oh damn, that's hot. Limo's twisted. Family show. No, so I was recently. We went to Thai night market for JK Ventures or whatever the fuck, and they gave me all this spicy food. And there's a reason why I was the king, and even Anthony Lee had to bend the knee and say I'm the king, because I do this shit for a living.
I know, he's like told this story since we got together.
Day.
I don't know why he thinks like that's
the Spiceman.
Attractive. Like
some people call me the Spiceman.
Like that's something that oh my god, I'm so turned on by that you were able to eat very hot food.
I knew you were.
Wow, please. Come inside me now.
See? Knew it.
So sexy.
See?
You ate how hot of food?
This is all being recorded.
No way. That's so hot.
See?
That's so spicy. A normal person would melt into the ground. But you are a god. You just rose above all of those people.
Hi, Future Steve.
Please
I know you're
grab
listening.
my boobs right now.
Future Steve's watching this over and over again. Smiling from ear to ear.
My nipple is just so hard from hearing about how spicy of food you ate.
Heck yeah.
Oh, and no water, you say? Wow, what a man.
Didn't even need it.
What a man.
Yeah, that feels good. Thank you.
Who gives a fuck? Now we can't have sex because
you weren't even in town.
Yeah, well, you do it at home too. Well, my tummy hurts. Can't have sex today.
Listen, you try eating all that spicy shit
I don't want to.
And then not having a tummy ache.
I don't want to.
You should try it sometime, and
what
then you'll
I
know how
try
it looks like.
is taking off my shirt at night every day and trying to get some dick. That's what I try.
Every night.
Every night.
Love this.
You just sometimes don't even come to the bedroom.
I love this.
If you did, you'd see me topless every night waiting.
I love this.
Ready for some big time meat.
Family show. Thanks. And thank you to all the families listening. That's all the time we have for today.
Well, that's why we're at a 6, folks. It all comes full circle now, doesn't it?
6.9.
In your book. Firm 6.0.
Shut the fuck up.
Flat 6.
There's a loser who will think you're serious right
Flat soda. Well, podcast at nikki.limo if you want to shoot your shot.
Fantastic.
I'll be reading them on air. Give me your profile info so Steve can see what's out there.
Love it.
That the people that aren't having
Let's
tummy
be real.
aches.
All you spicy honeys would be all over me if this bitch ever fucked it up.
Take them.
They'd be all
Have
over it. All over it.
Can have all the tummy aches.
And you can send those emails to podcast@nicola.limo
All the kidney stones.
We'll
see you next week.
That's all the time we have.
Bye.